You read the title. Top 5 animes of 2022. So I wanted to do something fun with the anime reaction community since we all watch some of the same animes and we differ in animes that we also cover. So I wanted to get a list of 5 favorite animes that all of us have covered over the year. And yeah, this is gonna be pretty fun. Now, hopefully one of your favorite reactors are in this video, and if they aren't, just know that I did reach out to as many as I could, whether it be on Discord or IG or Twitter. But just given the timeline and the holiday season, I completely understand why people just either couldn't get back or couldn't meet the deadline. But with that being said, let's get into our top 5 of 2022.
Yeah, what I want? Rock D Lee from your boy Rock Lee. The top 5 anime of 2022. Let's go. Bleach, 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 Bleach. And what? More Bleach. What y'all want? Wait, what's this? Them want to hear more than one anime? All right, then. All right, in all seriously, the top 5 anime of the year are the following. First, I'm gonna start off with Don Machi. Okay, the first 3 seasons of Don Machi, they were good. They were good. But if it wasn't for season 4 and its execution, I wouldn't have been able to say Don Machi. Season 4 did a fantastic job, and that only could have been done with their ability to capitalize on the efforts of the previous 3 seasons. All right, next up, we got Demon Slayer. I ain't gonna lie, man. I'm not even adding Demon Slayer because of the plot. Yo, it's all about my homegirl, Daki. I think she did a hard carry. Like, she was a Michael Jordan on the Demon Slayer team, and then she had with the assist, the animation team, the music team, whatever. But first up, it was Daki, okay? Moving forward, we got number 3. I'm gonna go with My Dress Up Darling. Honestly, that was a fresh of breath air for me. I never watched the rom-com shows until My Dress Up Darling, and they just did things different. I don't want to spoil it from you, but I'm just not used to chasing going like that, But I'm just gonna say it, and you can cut it if you don't want it. But I'm used to, like, the guy is trying to get the girl, or it's a mutual thing. But for the guy to be clueless, and you got a really nice girl trying to get with him, and you get all these cosplay episode after episode, I'm like, yo, this is refreshing. So definitely My Dress Up Darling. Next, woohoo! This is when I divide my fandom, because they're all expecting me to say, obviously this one as number 1. But One Piece I'm gonna have to put in second place. I ain't gonna lie to you guys. Obviously it's in second place because it's fantastic. Everyone already knows that it's fantastic. The foreshadowing, the whole cast of wonderful characters that we get introduced to, okay? The only reason it's not in number 1 is because of the number 1 spot, right? So I'm gonna go into number 1. I'm gonna gas it up, and you guys are gonna see why One Piece didn't reach number 1 for me. So number 1, guys, is Bleach, and I think that's an obvious one, right? Bleach is number 1 because of its ability to also capitalize on the previous OG Bleach and get rid of all the problems that they had. And to me, the main problem was this pacing issue. Because Bleach, first of all, was on hiatus for so long, but because they are not running yearly, like the whole year, and they come like, seasonally, I think that's the recipe, and I think One Piece should adopt it. So it took all the foreshadowing that was in Bleach, okay, from the OG Bleach, that was delivered in Blue War, right? Things that you thought wasn't a big deal in the OG Bleach, yo, they really expanded on it in Blood War, which makes me realize, man, this was well thought out. And if it wasn't well thought out, Kubo did one heck of a Houdini to tie these pieces back up together. So definitely Bleach. Anyways, I hope you like it, man. Rock Lee from your boy Rock Lee.
What's good, big fellas? I was asked to basically rank my top 5 animes of 2022. For a lot of anime reactors, these are probably going to be the same generally, because obviously we all watch the same thing in the past 2022. So ranging at top 5, I'm assuming from the ones that released in 2022, there was stuff I've watched offline, like on Patreon and whatnot, like 86 season 1 that I just got around to, an Odd Taxi. But let's keep it simplistic. If I had to pick one, it would be at the 5th ranking. I would probably put Spy Family. I don't think it hit as hard as the season, the part 1 or the first core, but it was still gas. Demon School Udamun-kun is one I've been really enjoying. No, Chainsaw Man and Bleach. How can I forget those? So let's make this simplistic here. We got Spy Family. I'm going to rank Blue Lock, My Hero. Oh, this is going to be a toughie. Bleach, then Chainsaw Man. I think Bleach is going to overwhelm Chainsaw Man later on the road. I think just Chainsaw Man was some gas. So, yeah, there's my top 5. You're welcome.
Hi, y'all. It's me, Alana Cherie TV, and I am going to be giving you guys my 5 favorite anime of 2022. A big thank you to Adonis for including me in this. I really, really appreciate you. Thank you for allowing me to be here and be a part of your community. But yes, with all that out the way, let's jump right on into my top 5. Alright, before I proceed, these are going to be in no particular order. If I had to put them in order, your girl will be struggling. But to start off on my list for number 1, the first favorite of mine, it could be because of how we just ended it, was Bleach. Bleach has been a blast for me this winter season. The reveals from the action, the animation, it has definitely upped its game from the last time we've seen it. It has definitely become one of my favorites. Then I want to say for number 2, we have Demon Slayer. You guys, I know it's mainstream, but we got to give Demon Slayer its props. The animation was top-notch. The story was good. Tengen's fight, I think, was just amazeballs for me. But yeah, Demon Slayer is number 2. Then I would say One Piece. One Piece, as you guys know, I'm a One Piece gal. Even though it has its problems here and there with the pacing issues and stuff like that, One Piece has actually gotten very, very good, guys. If you guys have not caught up on One Piece, I do recommend you do so. Binge as much as you need to catch up because it is very well worth it. The next one I will say, I think this is number 4, would be Attack on Titan. Attack on Titan was very, very good this season. Well, this year of 2022. I cannot wait for the next one. Even though they try to say it was the final season, but it actually wasn't the final season. They played us. I don't know why they did that. But anyways, we're going to go for number 5. And number 5, you guys might not have known, but I really enjoyed Cyberpunk. I think that's the one show that I actually was like binge throwing it and having like a blast. If you guys have not seen Cyberpunk, I definitely recommend you go to watch it. And yeah, I know I probably missed some of you guys' favorites, but those are my top 5 of 2022. Thanks, Adonis, so much for including me. I really, really appreciate it. And I hope you guys have a great 2023. Peace out.
Hey, we're StruckByBelz,
and this is our top 5 anime of 2022. All right, Steph, we're going to start off with you.
Attack on Titan,
Chainsaw Man,
Bleach,
My Dress Up Darling,
Demon Slayer.
And those are our top 5 animes of 2022.
What up, man? It's your boy Heater22. Shout out to Adonis for reaching out to you guys. Unfortunately, Hus couldn't be here for this recording, but we were able to come together and pick our top 3 anime for 2022 since we haven't watched 5 yet. Coming in at number 3, we've got Demon Slayer. Now, the fight between Tengen and Giyu, in my opinion, was the hypest fight in anime that I've seen in about the last 3 years. You already know Ufotable killed it with the animation. Season 2 had some of the hypest moments in anime since Dragon Ball Super. No cap. Tengen. What? Oh, Nezuko! Coming in at number 2 is Cyberpunk Edge Runners. It's been a while since we've seen a show that hasn't been afraid to kill off anybody at any given time. I love shows like that because it makes the danger that much more real. No! No! On the downside, you're only going to get about 12 episodes like this series. But it was one heck of a ride while it lasted.
This mess my fault.
Coming in at number 1, we've got Chainsaw Man. Now, you already know Mappa killed it with the animation. Whoever created a petition to get it reanimated, they're probably smoking some good dope. Ooh, it's all me! The cinematography was A1. It's fresh. Mappa's killing it.
Yeah.
Even the Folgers was popping.
Cool. I'ma eat it.
Ooh. It's refreshing to have a main character like Denji, who unlike most protagonists are fighting for revenge, to get stronger, or some other cause. My guy Denji's out here just fighting to grab some titties, man. You gotta appreciate that.
Archie, please. Commence your funneling.
Okay, I'm going to share my top 5 anime of 2022, and I'm going to leave out One Piece because it is ongoing, it is weekly. Now, my number 5, I'm going to give to Demon Slayer Entertainment District Arc. I have grown to really love Demon Slayer after Mugen Train. It has been a joy. I love Tengen versus Gyutaro. Oh my gosh, goosebumps just thinking about it. Those cliffhangers were so evil, but it had you on the edge of your seat the entire season. So yeah, I will rank that my number 5. Now, number 4, Kaguya-sama, Love is War, ultra romantic. You guys, I am giving it number 4. Something that I've been waiting for to happen happened in this season, and I am just like, yay! I cannot wait for the next one or movie. I think it's a movie. But I love the characters in Kaguya-sama. I love romance anime and slice of life. It's pretty, I'd say it's a comedy too. I don't really know. I think it's slice of life, romance, comedy. It's a rom-com anime. Now, number 3, I have to give it to Chainsaw Man. This anime blew me away. I knew going into it that it was going to be good because people were hyping it up, and I feel like it met the hype. Every episode felt like a freaking movie. It was beautiful. Mappa outdid themselves. It was gorgeous. I can't wait for more. Oh my gosh, the mysteries in that show just have me so locked on and glued. I'm like, I need to know, okay? It's a great show though. The main characters are funny. You love them. You relate to them. And, well, some of them. Now, my number 2, of course, is My Dress Up Darling. That show, the animation, beautiful. The characters, though, like, I love Gojo. I love Marin. They are adorable. I love their quirks. I love their personality. It's just such a darling show. It's cute. It's adorable. It's one of those shows where there are some scenes that make you really anxious, but for the most part, you sit, you relax, and you enjoy the show. Like, it's a feel-good show, and I love it. Now, number 1 has to go to Bleach, 1000-Year Blood War. Oh my gosh, this anime blew me away. I loved Bleach, and I recently caught up, actually. The animation difference between Bleach and the current 1000-Year Blood War, it's insane. It's gorgeous. Bleach definitely deserves this. The story, every episode was a 10 out of 10 for me. The music, the story, just, oh, when you hear that theme, the Bleach theme, it gets you so excited, and seeing Ichigo back at it again is a 10 out of 10. I love it, and I'm excited for more, because I think, like, we're getting it in July or June, and I'm just like, yes, don't have to wait that long. But yeah, those were my top 5 of 2022. Thank you again, SS Jutsu, for inviting me to share my top 5 with all of you. And I hope you guys have a great new year. Woo, sparkles, sparkles.
So for me, my criteria was kind of simple. I wanted to make sure that the anime was released in 2022. It couldn't be in an ongoing series like One Piece, at least for me. And that was it.
Liar!
And if the anime did drop in 2021, but the majority of that season was in 2022, I would count it. So things like Demon Slayer, unfortunately for me, does not make that cut since the majority of season 2 was actually in 2021. But with that being said, number 5 on this list, Core 2 of Ranking of Kings. Boji as a character is so lovable. Not to mention the story concept to me was so unique. I love the animation. The art style was so different and refreshing. And again, this idea of having a main character that can't speak. It's so brilliant. It's so brilliant in how he interacts with everybody around him, and showcasing what his true power is pretty phenomenal.
You underestimate my power.
It's so cool, and just seeing the comeuppance of this awesome main character. Top 5 for sure. Number 4, Mob Psycho season 3. Now, for those that watch my reaction to Mob Psycho, you guys know how I feel about this season. So good at the storytelling. The emotional beats were amazing, and just seeing the kind of nice bow that was tied on the end of this story for Mob was done so well, and just handling the idea of him creating this alternative version of himself to kind of suppress who he really is. You know what I'm saying? He creates this faux version of himself for the world, and just coming to terms with him having, you know, multifaceted parts of his personality. I just thought it was such a great way of showcasing a coming of age story with superpowers. Mob Psycho is, I don't want to say is underrated, but was severely overlooked, I feel, during the fall season. But for me, number 4. Number 3 is part 2 of season 4 of Attack on Titan. Now, I know some people are like, what?
Shame. Shame.
How is it only number 3? Well, hold on real quick, baby. Now, I gotta be honest. I think the things that are holding Attack on Titan back for me personally has to be MAPPA's execution of the animation in it.
Here we go again.
I think that coming from Wit Studios and the textures and the vibe of that, I was like, okay, maybe the second part we're gonna be in, and for whatever reason, it just isn't hitting the same way. However, the story is so damn good, and Eren as MC is just one of the GOATs. It's just one of the awesome stories of a main character. Now, I have read the manga, so for those that are like, oh, what? Like, do you know what's going on? I do know what's going on. And I think as a story, a complete story, it's probably my favorite, if not the best that I have ever seen. I think the entirety of the story of Attack on Titan is brilliant. And while the animation style and the art style wasn't my favorite for this particular run of Attack on Titan, it is still a Titan. You know what I'm saying? It's a Titan amongst regulars.
Nah, get out.
Number 2, that Chainsaw Man. Now, Chainsaw Man is insane to me. Chainsaw Man is insane to me. Ironically, also done by MAPPA.
That's right, nigga. That is right.
But I think because of maybe the things they learned from Attack on Titan, some of the 3D assets in this to me just looked really good, and how they utilized a lot of it for the cityscapes and the environments to make really awesome cinematic camera movements. The pacing was unreal. The ability to storytell without saying a single word, just letting things sit like cinema.
I love cinema.
It felt so good. The choices in which they decided to take with nonverbal cues, with music tone, music choices, the ability that they have to match cut is insane. They're insane. Look, as a cinema fan, it's, oh my God. Chainsaw Man is beautifully done. And the story is fantastic. The world they built is insane. Denji as a character is so wildly complex, but so simple at the same time, right? Like his whole persona of how simplistic he is, and him just wanting a particular type of life. And then once that life has been met, now he's trying to find other motivations to live, while you have people like Aki, who is just trying to, seems like he's trying to find the quickest way to death, is what it seems like. But the characters that they have in the show is awesome. Makima as a character is all sorts of question marks and red flags and alarms go off when you see her, because you don't know if she's good or bad. Like, there's just, the story is so good. The cast is incredible. Voice acting is amazing. Chainsaw Man number 2. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. It's awesome. Number 1 on the list for me of 2022, and this was a surprise to me, is Bleach 1,000 Year Blood War. Oh my God.
Yep.
Now, I do have to say, if this was a first season of a show, I do believe that Chainsaw Man would come out on top. Hear me out. I think a lot of what Bleach is the elevation over the previous version of Bleach, the previous showing of the show, right? It's elevated what we're used to seeing Bleach look like, feel like, pacing, tone, but also where we are in the story, right? Things like Chainsaw Man, we're world building, we're getting used to these characters, the power system, all that. We're in the shits in 1,000 Year Blood War. We're in the all is lost moment of this show. And man, did it deliver. It delivered every week. Nothing felt like I was like, why is this here? Nothing felt like we waited all this time and this is what we got. Like, it met and exceeded my expectation of a show coming back. And I do believe set the bar of what could be possible if done correctly for animes to be either rebooted or brought back. So I know a lot of people are talking about like, man, it could be really cool if Naruto got a re-edit, like a redo, right? Just manga only chapters, redo Naruto, right? Dragon Ball Z is same thing. Bringing things back like Hunter x Hunter. Bleach set the bar, set the example of, cool, we're gonna bring this back after a 10-year hiatus, and we're gonna break it up in 4 cores, make this thing to where we can focus on a particular amount of episodes at a time, not bite off more than we can chew, and deliver the goods. And my God, it's so good. Music on point, animation on point. And to come to find out that the team that did it said that they felt that the animation was low quality or wasn't up to their standard, that the next core will be elevated. I'm like, yo, if that was y'all not to our standards, I can't even imagine what y'all are trying to do on this next core. And again, I think it had met the unrealistic expectation that I think all of us that are fans of the property put on it, and it exceeded it. That's a tall order in an age where all of us have seen Marvel and all these other awesome animes, Jujutsu Kaisen, all these crazy shows that have been coming out. Our expectation of quality is super high. You know what I'm saying? It's super high. It's not like it was in 2012, right? Our expectation is so much higher now. And for you to meet or exceed, hats off, man. Oh my God. Bleach Thousand Year Blood War, emotionally crazy, animation's crazy, fights, excitement. It's wild. It's wild. But those are my top 5 of 2022. I would love to hear your guys' top 5. Let me know in the comments down below. And huge shouts out again to all the other creators that participated in making this video. I greatly appreciate your guys' time and effort, and also opinions on your top 5. And also, if you guys want to see more content like this, please let me know in the comments down below. I absolutely had a blast creating this, and I would love to do more collaborations with other reactors here on the channel as well. So let me know. And before you guys leave, you might want to check out this video that talks about how I ranked the 2022 fall season. Who came out on top?